Hi friends, today is a good day to draw, and we are going to draw today this cheetah. Do you like it? Let's start. Okay, as always, first things first. The first thing we draw is a silhouette like this to place our cheetah in the sketchbook. This way, we always draw everything in place and not in too much to the right, too much to the left, etc. Okay? This shape will be roughly the head and two lines, not in the center because the head is somehow towards one side. So this line can be in the center. Other line to align the eyes, okay? And now from this part we'll begin this line. In art we call this line the life line, the expression line, and in fact is roughly a sketch of the vertebrae of the animal. Thorax. These shapes really are like you're drawing potatoes, if you see. And with this rough sketch, we place everything where it must be. It's very important begin like this, because so we avoid to make mistakes in proportions. Always, no, I know. I always say that there are no mistakes in art, like Bob Ross said before me, but when we draw animals and people, proportions are important. Even when you draw cartoons, proportions are important. For this is that every artist make quick sketches like this to place everything where it must be. Okay, the other leg. And now I think we have almost done our drawing. Maybe you don't believe me, but our drawing with this sketch is almost done because everything is in place. Now begins the funny part. Okay? Let's place eyes and everything in the face of the animal. I always pay much attention to the face of the animals I draw, because the eye of the observer always go first to the face. If you draw fine, well, every part of the face of an animal, your drawing will be a success, always. But you may draw hair, fur perfectly, legs, etc. perfectly, but if the eyes or ears or mouth are bad, and your drawing will not work. So spend so much time as you need drawing the face of the animals. And these lines, this cross I made, is very, very useful because it prevents you disalign eyes, nose, etc. Okay? Always, when you draw animals, is a good way to use references. What are references? Are photos, or the drawings of yours, but photos of the animals you are drawing. You may copy these photos, but is better if you use photos to know how the animal is and then draw it in your own way. Don't try to be a photo machine. Don't try to be a photocopy. But you are artist. You may take everything you want to do to make an artistic drawing, and you not need to be exact. Maybe you're trying to make hyper-realistic drawing. Then you are copying, you are duplicating a photograph of another people, another artist, a photograph. But you really wish to make something creative, draw not exactly as you see photographies, okay? Put your own soul in your drawings. But it's your choice, not mine. Okay, as you see, the face is almost done and only needs details and shadows. When you draw animals, it's a good practice if these animals have fur or hair. It's a good practice make short lines like this because they suggest your animal have hair. Okay, if you make an only line continue drawing your animal, it may looks like a cartoon, and this is not very realistic. Okay, there is a difference between realistic drawing or painting and hyper-realistic. A very, very wide difference. Realistic is when you see a painting or a drawing and you see exactly what is drawn and it appears be real. Hyper-realistic is when an artist take, as I said before, a photograph made by his own or by other people and copy this photo like a machine and leave it exactly and perfectly. It's a beautiful art, it's a beautiful way of art, but it is not what I prefer to do art. Okay. Now we are giving flesh to our cat, our big cat, this cheetah, because if not, it could be only wires. Okay. As you see, I always use a very sharp pencil when I make my sketches. But it is very important not to press too much your paper. Why? Because of this I am going to do now. When you draw, you need to erase lines that are not more needed. You don't need them. If you have pressed too much your paper, these lines will not go away. So when you make a sketch, don't press too hard your pencil against the paper. This is now another pencil. This is a 6B pencil. This is darker, as you see. And always, when I finish the first sketch, always begin with the darkest places, like the nose, around the eyes, etc. And from them, I'll draw other parts less dark. It's my way. It works for me. You may try other ways. I think this way you always achieve drama and contrast in your drawings. For me, it works. You may try other ways. Okay. Now, if you haven't seen my other tutorials of animals, I have tutorials about how to draw lions, drawing of lions, drawing of other animals in the channel. If you wish, you may go to the channel and see how many tutorials on how to draw animals I have. And it would be beautiful if you leave comments with animals you wish I draw in the next tutorials. Okay? Okay, the eyes of the cheetah must be surrounded by dark, like this. You see how much strength it has in its eyes? It has strength, it has because there is contrast. Without contrast, a drawing has no power at all. Always put the darkest tones near to whites, like this. So you'll see this contrast, this strength, and it gives life to your drawings. Okay, this part. As you see, even we can leave your drawing just like this, and it is a very good drawing right now. Always short lines in okay, suggesting there is fur, there is hair, short hairs. In drawing, almost everything is a suggestion. It's like magic. Okay, we make that people think there is something there, and this is a flat surface. Paper is flat, and only with graphite, that it's dust, we make appear something like looks three-dimensional or something there when there is nothing there. It is like magic. I think in art like this, we make magic. One thing, this is not the easiest tutorial I have made in this channel, but I think if you do this slowly and quietly, you may do. I think. Even you may draw this better than me. Don't try to draw like me. Try to draw better than me. You can. I'm sure. This is your goal. Be the best artist you can be. And you can achieve it. Don't be competitive with other artists. It is foolish. Be competitive with yourself. Try to be better every day. It's the best running, the best competition you can make. Every day you may be a better artist. I think art is fundamental, is very important in humankind, because it makes it is not necessary to live, but with art, life is better and make us better people. And drawing or painting is like mindfulness. When you spend some time drawing every day, you'll feel better because it makes you how it says is it gives you your attention to one point creative for a long time. It is relaxing, like meditating. Sorry if I don't have too much vocabulary. I try, but I think you understand. You understand me, I think. Okay. The spots of the cheetah are put in the skin of the animal. They suggest the shapes of the animal. In this way, you don't need to give them too much detail, but they must be put with carefully in its place. Okay. This leg is in the shadow, and everything in the shadow, in painting or in drawing, doesn't need too much detail, because in shadows we don't see. So in a drawing, it is not worth the effort to give too much detail to something that it is in the shadow. Give detail to those places, those parts of your drawing that are in the light. And always in a realistic drawing is important, must be places in shadows and places in full light. It's really important. Without them, we don't see three-dimensionality. We don't see the drawing in 3D. Shadows are dark. We make shadows with our pencils, making parts darker. But you must how difference dark places from places that are black, like the spots. The trick is to draw the places that are black first, and then over it give shadows, as you see it now. You see? With the side of the lid of the pencil, very softly, I add darkest grays over the black. Okay. If it is the very first time you come to this channel, I suggest you to consider to subscribe, and if you like it, smash the like button. As you see, I have another channel of drawing and painting in Spanish. I'm a Spaniard artist, I'm from Spain, and it's my mother language, and I have another channel in Spanish. If you speak Spanish, there are many more tutorials in that other channel. You have the link in the description of this video. It is called Arte Vivo y Divertido, and my name is José Manuel Gallego, in case you don't know. Okay? Now, it is the magic part of a drawing when you have everything in place and you have made the biggest spots, etc. This is the magic part where the details are drawn. Because it's now when the drawing is becoming alive more and more. As you see, important in every portrait or even with animals, give shadows around the some places in the head. If not, the head of your animal may appear flat over the body. Wow, what a case. What eyes have this cheetah, don't you think? Okay, only two pencils I've used in this drawing. 6B and 8B, but you may use many more. Many times you ask me for what pencils to use. I think there are many pencils in the market, and it is more important if you have some variety of hardness, like 1-2H, an HB, a 2B, a 6B may be very useful, and you need, if you can, a needed eraser, may be very useful and a lot of help with them. A regular eraser is and the paper, all paper may be used, but it's better if it has a little pore. If it is very smooth, the paper is very smooth, it's only useful in portraits, in hyper-realistic portraits. If not, it's better that it has some pores. Like this is a Canson, I think, or 120 grams. And materials, I always put materials on my video in the description. Always. I don't, if you're interested. Okay? Put some herbs, some weeds, and because if not, our cheetah maybe appear is flying, and it is not flying. It's running. Okay, it is almost finished, this drawing. What do you think? Do you like it? I like it. And I hope to see you in the next video. Here. Okay. Look, what a beautiful animal. Okay. More alive, like this. And it is done. If you like to draw animals, I encourage you to see this video I put there to keep drawing. See you next week. Bye.